Christian is my name. I co-founded CCRI, and we provide sustainability data for digital assets, for crypto assets. Why are we doing this? So we started as researchers looking into the adverse climate impacts of crypto assets, which have become significantly large. So probably most of you are aware of Bitcoin's carbon footprint and the respective discussion. At the same time, the narrative has started to shift over time. So with energy efficient blockchain solutions, blockchain has become also a part of the solution to fight climate change. And on the right-hand side of the chart, what's now really driving demand for our solutions are regulators. So the MiCA regulation contains a very strong sustainability disclosure mandate, and Scope 3 accounting in general is becoming more and more mandatory in many jurisdictions. So we've become the leading provider of crypto sustainability data. We started over 8 years ago as researchers at MIT and TU Munich and published the first major study in 2018, which got us a CNN interview, and my statement on CNN reached over 1 billion people globally, which later on translated into commercial requests. So when the first ETFs, Bitcoin ETFs in Canada were launched, people reached out to us and asked for up-to-date data on the papers that we had written back then. And that's how we founded CCRI with the previous co-authors of those papers. And since then, we've doubled down on carbon accounting, worked with the leading token issuers in the field, doubled down on ESG ratings for crypto assets last year together with CC Data, and this year fully focused on MiCA sustainability solutions. What do we actually do? We run nodes in Munich in a controlled environment in a lab. We measure the electricity consumption. We model the entire networks based on node counts, node locations to calculate the carbon footprint of those networks, which we can then break down into single exposure of investors, of users of those blockchain networks, and we can help them with their reporting obligations, be it on carbon accounting, ESG disclosure, or MiCA compliance. On the right-hand side, you can see our existing clients, which are categorized in token issuers, which is kind of our main segment. So we help them understand their own networks. At the same time, the more data we aggregate, the more interesting for financial service providers, exchanges, but also tech companies such as Salesforce, which uses our emission factors in the NFT cloud. And lastly, as we are quite a small team, we always are open to collaborate with data providers, accountants to share our data for their solutions. So what's our USP? So there are others that have done research on crypto asset sustainability impacts, but we are the only fully integrated sustainability data provider. We're the only ones that actually run nodes and measure the electricity consumption, which sets us apart from others in the space. We're the only ones that have a large coin coverage. So there have been single projects for specific tokens, but we at the moment cover 30 crypto assets on a daily basis. And we're the first to double down on MiCA sustainability disclosure, working closely with the regulator also in the past to come up with a solution here. And if we double click on MiCA, probably most of you are aware of the MiCA implementation, which will enter into force mid-year for stablecoins and end of year for the remaining crypto assets. And MiCA entails a very strong sustainability disclosure mandate, so to disclose climate and environmental impacts. And we've built a solution for that. So we have a fully integrated web solution to help crypto asset service providers and token issuers with the reporting obligation, and we already support leading players such as Polygon with this obligation. With that, I will close, and if you're working for a token issuer or a crypto asset service provider, please reach out.
Thank you very much. So you all get one question, so I have the honors on this one. It's actually 2 in 1.
Okay.
If that's okay. The one is, as a VC, sometimes I ask that, how do you make money? The other one is, your case to me seems very obvious for grants, not just from the protocols, but also research grants and whatnot. Maybe you can, like in 30 seconds, elaborate. Is that a strategy you're pursuing versus external funding?
Okay. First question, how do we make money? We had paying clients before we had a business. Given that people reached out to us, wanted up-to-date data on the research that we had conducted, and therefore we are bootstrapped, no external funding, and all the clients on the slide are 90% paying clients. So for data subscriptions, for specific research reports, but mostly data subscriptions on our API where we provide the data. Second question, is research grants a topic? Not really, I would say. So we've participated in some regulatory tenders, so for public sector grants at EU level. That's a topic we look into, but other than that, we are more focused on private players to provide data.
Super. Thank you, Christian.